just me for now. Welcome. Welcome everyone to the 2017 WRT Mount Rainier Open. Rodrigo Montoya serving. One serving 0. I'm Laura McCormick with the WRT, and Francisco Troncoso from Santiago, Chile is here with me on the microphone. Welcome, Pancho, aka Pancho.
Hi everyone.
Now, Troncoso, you play and train in Stockton. Can you give us a little insight to Mauro Rojas? He's on the Team USA Juniors team. Tell us a little bit about what type of player Rojas is.
Well, he's a really aggressive player, actually. Power all the time. You can try to tell him to go soft or more calm shots. It doesn't work.
He's all power, all heart all the time.
Yeah. And he likes to dive too, everything, but yeah, it's like a pretty similar game as Montoya. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun match to see.
Ooh, nice skip from Montoya. Nice skip. Rojas kind of set up right there in the middle and able to take advantage of that for another point, 4-0.
So yeah, probably the only difference between them is Daniel or Mauro is more aggressive. Like sometimes he goes crazy trying to hit the ball too hard.
You know, one thing I've noticed about Montoya, though, is he takes a little bit to get going, especially the first match of the day. So I think it'll be interesting to see when he starts to turn it on in game 1.
Yeah, I mean, probably you can see when he start like control more the shots. When he start getting like
starts to get it, starts to feel out Rojas and know what he needs to do against him. First point for Montoya.
It's a good shot.
Rodrigo Montoya has 2 WRT titles. He won in Pleasanton in October 2016, and he won the first WRT in 2017, the Longhorn Open in Austin, Texas in January.
It's a good start for the season, for the year.
Yeah, great way to start the year and end 2016 and start to really shake things up on the tour. We're starting to see Montoya now as a regular WRT player.
That's right. That's good for the show and for the people, so they can know more people.
Yeah, people love her. She's had a
That's
strong
good.
juniors career in Mexico, and now he's going to strengthen that on the Pro Tour. Rojas, too. We've seen Rojas coming out and playing a lot more on the WRT. He is a Team USA juniors player, and he's starting to make his way into the pro division.
That's true. Good pass. Ooh. Oh, okay. So yeah, that was the little pass.
Tell us what that was, Pacho.
Well, I will call like side out, like how the goal was, because the ball was already all the way. But Daniel,
So it's a side out.
so see, I mean, I know Daniel a lot, obviously. We play a lot in Stockton, so that's what I see sometimes. I know him; he can play really good. It's just he started overswing a little bit too much, so starts keeping balls.
Gotta keep that consistency. All tied up 4-4. This is our first quarterfinal of the day. Nice down the line from Montoya. Looks pretty textbook on that swing. Nice serve from Montoya. There's an ace.
It was a good serve.
5-4.
If I'm not wrong, they played in Utah last year too. Montoya won that match,
They
actually.
did.
So.
They're a little familiar with each other.
Time is right, we're far enough from home. Fire blank.
See, now I think we've reached that point where Montoya is more comfortable. He's finding his groove.
Yeah, probably his mind is already waking up
Right.
after the first few points.
He's properly in the mindset now. 6-4. Came back 6 points in a row. I'd say that was waking up for sure in a match. We are at the Washington Athletic Club in downtown Seattle, and it's a really unique venue here. It's all together a hotel and a club. This court particularly is a stadium court, so the players enter on level 7 and all the spectators are up on level 8. It's a beautiful facility. Oh, the skip for Rojas. Good timeout for Daniel Rojas. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break as well. Don't go anywhere. There's lots more racquetball today with the World Racquetball Tour. We're back at the WAC. This is the WRT at the 2017 Mount Rainier Open. I'm Laura McCormick, and joining me is Francisco Troncoso. We're just getting started and getting awake here just like the players are as we're jumping into our first quarterfinal match of the day. Rodrigo Montoya leading now 8-4 over Daniel Rojas.
That was a good shot and good serve.
The thing about Montoya's serve is when it's on, it's really on. He has really strong serving, and he finds that consistency, and it's pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
High.
Yeah, and the serve is really powerful, so it comes like it looks like it's coming slow, but when the ball touch the floor, it's just really just I don't know, just
Yeah, his ball almost, for lack of a better word, like skips, right? Like it
Uh-huh.
skims the bottom of the floor. It's so fast. And Montoya looking really comfortable now. Not feeling too much pressure and really playing to his game. But I like how focused Rojas is too. For such a young player, Daniel Rojas, 17 years old.
18.
18 years old out of Stockton, California.
Ooh, good serve.
There's 2 aces from Montoya today. It's 12-4. So this is 13 points scored in a row for Montoya. He was down 0-4. Rojas hasn't scored since Montoya's found his momentum and really gotten into game 1.
It's a good shot. Probably he's used to do that game, the aggressive game, so he can control better.
Yeah, Montoya is definitely aggressive. We'll be back to see if he can close out game 1 in just a moment. We are live from Seattle, Washington. We're back at the 2017 quarterfinals of the Mount Rainier Open. We'd like to thank you all for tuning in today. We have many more matches left to come today. Coming up after this, we have Andre Pereira versus Gerardo Franco, and then another Stockton-bred boy, David Bobby Horn versus Jordi Alonso. And our last quarterfinal of the day will be Polo Gutierrez and Christian Longoria. And then, of course, you know we'll be jumping into the semifinals tonight at 5 and 6 p.m. Pacific time. It's a game point for Montoya. Quick hands from Rojas, but not quick enough. It's asking for a screen. First game, 15-4. We'll be back with more of the World Racquetball Tour in Seattle, Washington, so don't go anywhere. Game 2 is coming up next. Welcome back to the 2017 Mount Rainier Open. We'd like to take a moment to thank one of the sponsors of the WRT, United Stroke Alliance. 795,000 people a year get a stroke, and it affects all ages. So if you see the signs, remember fast to minimize the impact. A few seconds could save someone's life. Go to unitedstrokealliance.org for more information. This is game 2 of Rodrigo Montoya versus Mauro Daniel Rojas. Montoya winning 15-4, and technically, Troncoso, who's joining me on the broadcast, technically Montoya scored 15 points in a row because he was down 0-4.
Rodrigo.
So for Montoya to do that, I wonder how frustrating it must be for Rojas a little bit. What do you think Rojas is telling himself now to get himself into game 2? He hasn't scored since he was leading 4-0.
Well, I'm pretty sure, Mauro or Daniel, either way you can call him, he needs to try to go a little more control than just power all the time. Because if you see, Montoya probably wasn't awake the first few points, you can say. Um, but you start seeing between the rallies, he just was able to just control the shots.
So it looks like Montoya got a technical because he took more than the allotted 2 minutes in between each game. Our referee is Esteban Martinez, also from your home country of Chile, but he resides now in
actually.
Seattle.
Yeah.
And I like the way he's sticking to the rules because you got to keep everybody honest.
Well, that's good. I mean, we have to make us be more on time professionals. So
I mean, yeah, time is a big factor, and it was something I was contemplating earlier. Coming from such a team sport background, it's really drilled into you to never be late because then everyone else is punished. But coming from a single sport, I imagine it's a little bit different.
yeah, but you can see other sports they have
Oh, the
like a schedule. You have to follow the schedule.
We're gonna do a replay.
It's a pretty good shot.
Wow, great shot from Montoya. That's going to balance him out now at 0-0 because he was down 1 point. Montoya is still very focused, and now with his first official point on the board. I think he actually even turned it up a little bit on that serve. There's a little extra zing on it now. Rojas is handling it well.
Yeah, man, Montoya has good hands. So I don't know, for him it's really easy to just cut a little bit ball and just make a shot, the correct shot all the time.
Big skip for Montoya. Opens up an opportunity now for Rojas to score a couple points. Side out for Montoya.
Skip.
Oh, so that's an automatic side out then. 0-2. There we go. First point for Mauro Rojas.
Montoya's looking like he's just ripping the ball and hitting the ball even harder than the first game right now.
Yeah, he is a powerful player, even though he's not super huge. He has really strong legs. Skip ball, side out for Rojas.
Oh god, it was like excellent shot. It was like in slow motion actually.
Good, we don't have to slow that one down later for the highlights. 4-1.
Montoya looking good.
Yeah, just like we were talking about when Montoya's serve is on and he hits it just right. It's on. 6-1. Almost had 2 swings on that one. Didn't make the front wall. Side out. And there's another point for Mauro Daniel Rojas.
So if you see the 2 points that Daniel did, they weren't hard shots. They just went more control.
And that's exactly what he was saying. He needed to play with more control in game 2 in order to stay up here with Montoya. Again, another example of good control. 3 serving 6. I think to play off what you were saying, Troncoso, is it's about sometimes going back. It's about to going back to basics. I'm done.
Once again, he didn't hit the ball hard. Just go soft and make a shot to the front wall.
Yeah, and he's keeping himself right in it. He's keeping himself pumped up and positive.
That was a good serve.
Nice serve. Ace serve for Rojas, 4-6. Now 2 in a row. So what happened, Francisco? They're not going to replay?
No, he's going to point. I don't know why, but that's the ref's call. Just deal with it.
Right, you have to play it.
Let's skip. Well, I think he was complaining about, I don't know, Montoya was on his way before he was trying to get the ball, but the ball was all the way to the back, so I don't know.
Serving 7. Well, where Montoya was looking really cool and collected in game 1, his body language has certainly changed in game 2. Nice rally, but then a big skip from Rojas.
Yeah, Montoya's really fast. I don't know how he can be just everywhere and.
He is. We've seen him diving all over the place. Looks like Montoya is going to call a timeout, see if he can catch his breath, because they do get a little tired diving around out there.
Right.
We'll be back in just a moment with more of our quarterfinals. We're back at the 2017 Mount Rainier Open, and we'd like to thank the Reaching Your Dream Foundation for supporting the WRT player program. You can go to give2rydf.org for more information and to make a donation today. Back in game 2, where Rojas is really keeping the pressure on Montoya. Time in. For Montoya right after that timeout, 8-6.
I was set up, and he was this high. It's the same thing as mine.
Looks like Rojas looking for some justice on the call he didn't like previously. Not going to get it.
Yeah, he was complaining about he was on the line, but just about hitting the shoe, I don't know. Because when he was jumping, I know the other one, Montoya was closer in the last call. So, well, everybody tries to get every single call, or try to make the ref confused, but in the end.
Yeah, it's a tough job to be the referee for sure, but a good ref will call it and stick to their call and make sure they're fair.
That line shot that I hit, the one where I hit him, when he jumped,
10-6. So Rojas is still talking about when he hit Montoya. That's what you're referencing, right, Francisco?
Yeah, I mean,
it's ridiculous.
the ball sounds like hit something before. Even because, well, I'm pretty sure the ball hit him though, but probably the ref didn't see that. That's what he was telling Montoya right now.
So I guess Rojas took a timeout.
Yes.
We'll be back then in just a moment, so don't go anywhere, folks. There's more from Seattle. Rojas calling that timeout, getting fired up, gets the side out.
So the problem it was in the last point when Daniel tried to get the call as a volleyball hitter. The call supposed to be a replay because the ball hit Montoya, but the ref called point. He didn't call replay.
So the
He
ref
just called.
didn't see it.
Yeah.
Calls the all right, good clarification. 11-10.
I think the timeout was a good call.
Yeah, it's working for him. He can collect himself a little bit. And an ace serve
That
for
was a good shot.
Rojas. 9-10. Short. We get a second serve.
The momentum just changed, like
Yeah,
really.
so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It's all tied up. Amazing how fast that momentum can change.
Shit.
Rojas making that one happen, and he takes the lead 11-10. All right, raising the stakes here in our first quarterfinal this morning. Another ace serve for Rojas. 12-10. Wow. Rojas on a roll right now.
Yeah, probably Montoya lose focus and they mix it up with the call and the comments from everybody.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised how affected Montoya is, but Rojas has really turned it up for himself too, and he's playing with power and focus. He's connecting on the shots he needs to make as he skips it.
Yeah, he missed it down the line before the skip.
10-13. Looks like Montoya is going to take a timeout now, see if he can refocus and answer back against Rojas' 13. We'll be back in a moment with more from the WRT. This is the first quarterfinal of the 2017 Mount Rainier Open. Coming up next, we have Andre Padilla versus Gerardo Franco, and then David Bobby Horn versus Jordi Alonso, and Polo Gutierrez versus Christian Longoria. That's going to round out our quarterfinals this morning, and then tune back in later tonight at 5 and 6 p.m. Pacific time for the semis. Quick point for Montoya, 11-13. Diving effort from Montoya. We see him diving all over the place. You can check out some highlights with Montoya on the WRT Facebook page. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. From Montoya.
Yeah, it was a good shot.
Let's go. Come on.
Another point for Montoya. 12-13.
It's been pretty successful. The timeouts are taking each other, actually.
Yeah, that's what a player wants when they take a timeout, is to come back and get the side out or get the point. And so far, that's been working perfectly for
That's
both
right. The
Rojas
momentum
and
is being
Montoya.
changing hands.
Yeah.
Good serve.
Ooh, nice ace serve from Montoya.
In the right time.
Captured that perfectly from that front angle. All tied up now, 13-13.
Also was a pretty good shot.
That puts him in the lead. 14-13, and now it's match point for Rodrigo Montoya.
Yeah, he got his focus back again. You can see right away that the shot was really fast and control.
Oh. Calls a timeout. All right, Daniel Rojas calling a timeout. We're going to take a quick break as well. We'll be back in just a moment with more live from the Washington Athletic Club. We're back at the 2017 Mount Rainier Open. Rodrigo Montoya now serving match point.
This might be the match.